Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another edition of FLOWOULD Bought Ins. I'm Lorenzo, and right now what you see in your faces, I got at least 5 items that I at least expected that I wanted to pick up for a very long time. At the bottom, you see Mega Man X D Arts figures with the first X shiny standard armor, Zero with his sabers, and the last Vio. And right at the top, you see Kincho and Ro, whatever his name is. Fist of North Star Revolt Tech figures. I'm going to give you a background story on this. This is the first time that I have bought a Revolt Tech figure. And I was looking for these for a very long time. I was doing a lot of researches to find these bad boys. I found this website called Toys and Joys. Y'all gonna look that up. I was fixing to buy Kincho with his armor on, and this other dude with a blade belt, whatever his name is. I forgot. I'm gonna look him up and find out what his name is. I was looking to buy those two. As I bought them, I got this email from Toys and Joys and said that it was sold out. Well, if it was sold out, why they didn't even put it on the cart saying that it was sold out? I mean, yeah. Right after I made the order, none of them did take my money out. So I did some else research to find Fist of North Star Revolt Tech figures. Couldn't find them. It was hard to find. You have to buy them on eBay and everything, but they was like $100 or something and shit, you know. Excuse my language, but that's too much. So I gave up on it. Until then, my brother Antoine showed me this video of Alex Hugh, which I'm shouting him out right now, talked about this website called Playmoya. If y'all don't know what that website is, I'm going to put the link right at the bottom for y'all to check it out. That's the site. That's in Japan, a Japanese website to find these hard to find Japanese anime merchandise that's not sold in America. So I bought these separately. I bought 3 of these from Big Bad Toy Store and 2 of these from Playmoya, as I was just talking about. At first, I'm going to start off with X. Well, I'm going to keep. This is his pose abilities right in the back. Same as his charge shot right at the bottom. His face poses, his mouth open, his teeth grunting, and now the time you see American writing instead of Japanese writing, because I bought this from Big Bad Toy Store and it's not offently sold in America. I don't know how they did it, but they just did it. So yeah, the sides, his looking that way, and the other side ready to fire on his X-Buster. And the second is, I'm gonna move you out of the way for a bit, is Zero's with his saber right on the side. He got his fist and his Buster. That was the same pose from Mega Man X3, and the other side looking that way like what X do. And at the back, his pose abilities, his saber action pose abilities. You see one right here with the charge shot, his Buster, and his saber attack. And this is where he's standing still with his saber right in his hand, ready to battle. Pretty cool. Oh yeah. Japanese writing right there, same way as I like it. Awesome. And the last one is Vio. With him just looking that way like X and Zero, like any other D-Arts figure, yeah. And his doing whatever, his pose ability. And right at the back, the Japanese writing and his pose abilities with his shoulder cannon right on his right shoulder, his need weapon where he got his Buster stand at, and the third drinking his wine. Well, oil actually. Robots can't drink wine. They mess up these circuits or whatever. So yeah, pretty cool right here. It's purple and everything. Look at the bright colors on this. That's so cool right there. And now moving on to the Fist of North Star Revoltech figures. I'm going to be talking about Rao. Don't know too much about this character. I know that I played the game Fist of North Star Ken's Rage for the Xbox 360 almost 2 years ago. I played it, I love it, played all the characters on there. And right at the back, his pose abilities. Awesome pose abilities with his Japanese writing, which I can't understand, but it's okay. It's part of the Japanese anime merchandise, and that's where anime came from, Japan. And those of his hands, his helmet, and yeah, I forgot to show you the sides and stuff. His removable joints and whatever, and that's him right there. And these not being taken out of the box like I said in the last video. And the last one, my boy Kenshiro. Now don't get me wrong, he's one bad animal right there. Got the fist of legends, bruh. Iron fist is the knocking any opponent out that gets in his way. Well, if you haven't seen the anime movie, you can check out what he do with his combo punches and kicks, man. That dude, man, I like this dude so much, man. One aggressive dude right here. I really hope that Square Enix make these Fist of North Star Playoffs Kai figures, and I want to get my hands on them. Or even bigger, making Hot Toys. I don't know. We just gotta see what happens. Those are his pose abilities. With his glasses, with his long sleeve shirts to the elbow, and his armor shoulder pads. Shoulder pads with his sleeveless shirt, with his band and another long wristband at the right end with the weapon in his hand. And what you see right here doing his combo punch, there are many Fist of North Star Revoltech figures that you can collect, which I'm going to be collecting all of these pretty soon. Yeah. And this is pretty cool right here. Same thing is movable joints, and you can't see his face because he got the tag right there. And what can I say, bro? I like to collect Japanese anime merchandise, And these are where originally all this came from, Japan. And Mega Man X right here, the Mega Man franchise entirely started everything off that made Capcom billions of dollars. I liked it all, the Mega Man games, from Mega Man to Mega Man X. Mega Man Legends was alright. Mega Man Battle Network didn't really got into too much into it. And Mega Man Zero never played that because it was on handheld consoles instead of major consoles. This is the legend of Capcom that we all grew up on. The kids loved it, we all loved it. Me and Antoine played the games since we was kids. Our childhood. Played all the Mega Man X games from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Mega Man games. X games, I mean to say, my bad. We never played Mega Man X Command Mission because it was an RPG game. It wasn't really too much anything, but it was the final X game in the series. So the Mega Man X legacy still lives on, and to Capcom make a Mega Man X game now on a major console. Hopefully it will be for the 720 or the PS4. We never know. And as for these Fist of North Star Revoltech figures, this went down in anime history, man. This was the king of anime. It was very popular in Japan when they released the movie. I didn't see the movie. I'm going to be looking at that really soon, but I played the game. The game was really, really awesome. I played this every night while Antoine will sit in the living room and chill with me and watch me play all the characters in the Fist of North Star Ken's Rage game. And I mean, it was so awesome. It was so awesome. I'm so speechless. I just don't know what to come out or what to think of. All the characters in Fist of North Star is awesome. And I mean, that was just That was just like the king of anime. Not technically the king of anime. We all know Dragon Ball Z was the king of anime. Oh, whatever, you know. Street Fighter, yeah, it was alright. It was the king of anime as well, but it was later been ported to the video game. Well, even though the video game was released for, my bad, when they released the anime years later as Street Fighter 2V, Street Fighter 2 the anime movie, and Street Fighter Alpha movie, well, yeah, they were all pretty awesome. Watched it every episode of Street Fighter 2V. It was awesome. It took the place when Ryu and Ken was 17 years old. Their younger age. Two best friends. But you see, sorry about that. The video stopped at 10 minutes and 37 seconds long. I'm going to need to get a better memory card. 64 gigabytes long, so I can shoot longer videos than ever. As far as this memory card goes, that's inside the camera, that's 16 gigabytes. So I'm going to have to make videos that's 10 or 12 minutes long. It is what it is, but I'm just going to have to deal with it until I get a better memory card. As I was saying, Fist of North Star, in my opinion, is fire. It's really awesome. And I think it's the king of anime. Not over Dragon Ball Z and Street Fighter and other anime, but it was just the movies. It just had anime movies. It was really awesome. And also the game, it was fire too. I just had to get my hands on the game. And that was the first Fist of North Star game that was released in the US on a major consoles. But you see, like the Fist of North Star, it had video games, but it was only out in Japan. So you're gonna have to buy it from another country if you want to live the classics. If you want to play that certain game that you never played before, and you just want to see how it is. But I really don't care. But it's just how Japanese people make their own stuff. And I said in my last video in Flowwould Talk that I wasn't gonna open up no more Play Arts Kai figures, because I already showed y'all what happened with Neo with his sword handle. And I also said that we were still going to mess around with Transformers, displaying them and unboxing them. I take that back. I was wrong. We're not going to do that anymore either. We just want to keep the percentage and the value strong. We want to keep them clean, great, in a perfect condition, that collector who wants to buy it. And if that collector wants to buy a certain amount of items that he never get a chance to buy before, and it was hard to find, he'd just be the first man or woman to want to buy it, and we'll just sell it at a decent price. So yeah, it's basically our goal to want to collect any Japanese anime merchandise and leave them all in boxes, so we can keep the percentage value very strong for collectors to want to buy them in a clean, perfect condition. It's not really worth our time to display them and just leave them on a dresser or a shelf so they can keep falling off and the joints be coming off, and you gotta put it back on, and something happens, the arm or leg part might come off, and then you're gonna have to find glue to glue the pieces back on, and that won't do a thing. You'll lose a lot of value more than ever. So it's just basically, we just like to keep things that's very solid and new. Solid. And I like to give a big thank you to Alex Hugh of what he said in that video, that I wanted to shout him out, as I said earlier in the video, about advising us collectors to go on Playmobil website to look for hard to find items that was not sold in US online stores. And I was very happy and lucky enough, me and Antoine, to go shop around that website. That website is actually in Tokyo, Japan. And yeah. And Antoine told me about Playmobil's store in Japan. They got 4 stories of that store. I never seen it myself. I just have to look up some pictures to see what it looks like and want to check it out for myself and see what this actual Play Moya store looks like in Japan. But as I was saying, it's a very lucky thing to look for hard to find items, you know. And don't get me wrong, Play Moya is not the only main site that you want to shop around. There's still plenty other sites that you can look for more stuff, you know. Because let me tell you something about Play Moya. You buy certain items, the shipping is very expensive. $28 for shipping. I have to pay $28 to shipping to get these two items right there. And yeah, I rode with it. I didn't really care. I just really needed them so bad. Even though the shipping was very expensive, you still gonna get the item. It's gonna be safely sealed and be perfect, so nothing won't happen to it. Having it bubble wrapped and putting cardboard around it or whatever, you know, that's the same thing that I've gotten Vile. He was cardboard and perfectly sealed, and I give Big Bad Toy Store for doing that. You see, like other stores, I don't know what other stores where people buy the items from the online stores, they don't. Whatever, when they be opening up their packages, it be all ripped, broken, bent. You see, Chun-Li that I've gotten from Big Bad Toy Store, her hand is still on her shoulder, and I haven't put her hand right back in the place in the plastic because I didn't want to take it out of the box. I wanted to leave it strong, even though the tape came off. The tape was messed up and came off, but did you see the tape inside the plastic that when I was in unboxing reused Playoffs Kai? Yeah, it still had the tape on the plastic, so yeah, it was still alright. You see, the one thing is about leaving them safely sealed in the box, that means they're safe. You want to leave them in a perfect clean condition. Well, to us, we like it, even me. You know, displaying is a very fun thing, but it's just not really worth the time displaying something. You just leaving it on a shelf, and I'm not even going to get into detail about that. Just cut what I said. So it's just us. We just don't want to display them. We like other collectors displaying them. The reason why we want to display it because it's just too many people. A lot of these collectors that make videos and displaying their own toys, and it's just not really worth the time making a video displaying what you got, you know, because everybody have seen that. Everybody's seen a whole lot of videos of people displaying the items they get. So it's just not really worth our time. That's pretty much what I gotta say. And don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Flowwood video. Peace to y'all.